Hey, it's Courier Girl, and today we are heading to Shreveport, Louisiana for another job search. I've been through Shreveport, but it's been a long time, and so I don't remember that much about it. But I do know that it is a city in northern Louisiana. The population is about 400,000 people in the metro area, and in the city limits, it's about 200,000 people as of 2019. So whenever you're searching for demographics, you want to do the metro area because that includes the suburbs around the city as well. Like in Cincinnati, the population is like 500,000 or something, but in the metro area, it's over 2 million. So that's just telling you that more people live outside the city than in a city. And it looks like about half the people live in a city and half live outside the city, but in the general area here. So I also wanted to zoom out and look at surrounding areas because sometimes, as you know, we can find work that goes back and forth between cities. But in this case, there was nothing that was super close. Dallas was the closest, and I did some maps to make sure, about 3 hours away. Houston was about 4 hours away. New Orleans was 5 hours away, and Jackson, Mississippi was about 3 hours away. So unless you like driving long distances between cities, you can only in one day, for the most part, do one run back and forth between major cities in this case. So we're going to be looking for more local work here. All right, so let's get started with the Courier job search. So I went to Courier Service, Shreveport, Louisiana. Remember, we scroll down. I'm using Google Chrome and the Google search engine, and then we click more places. So here are the courier companies that show up in the surrounding area. And just from the dots, it looks like there's pretty many on here. So let's just get started. And I'm recording this on Martin Luther King Day because I have half of a day off because the bank that I do work for in the morning is closed. So I just wanted to do a little side right there that sometimes if you're doing bank work or post office work or things like that, you may find yourself without anything to do on holidays. For me, it's great. I get to catch up on other things. But for you, if you needed to make money every single day of the week and those holidays, take several $100s out of your pocket, then you might want to plan ahead to have other work to do. In fact, I need to make a video just about that. So where's my pen and my pad of paper? I'm always writing things down because I think of things. All right, let's get back to the search. So Express Courier. They have a website, and we're going to go straight to their website. Okay, 8 southeastern states and beyond. I think we've seen this in other searches that we've done. And this is for their Shreveport branch. So that's another thing. Make sure that you're looking in the right city. Sometimes because I'm in Ohio, it'll default to my city even when I'm trying to look in other places. So I'm always on the lookout to make sure I'm looking in the right city. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to see what I can find. Remember, read all the stuff on the website. Branch locations, I want to look there first. So here are the different places that they are. Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi. Trying to see if there's Oklahoma, Florida, and Texas. So yeah, there are a lot of different places where you can, here's like a map with a whole bunch of different ones. So if you're in any of those areas, they might be worth checking out. And if you want to run between two of those cities, they might be worth checking out. So here are their different branches. Just kind of scrolling through them. Here's Shreveport, but we're already looking on there. So, all right, now how do we find their phone number and their, let's go back to Shreveport. Back to Shreveport. Here we go. This is their local phone number right here. Here is their branch manager and his phone number. If you can get a name of a branch manager, I would start by calling that person. That might even be a cell phone, and talk to them first. And even if they're not the person to talk to about that, they will give you the name of the right person. And when you call them, you can say, hey, I was talking to Jacob Sharp and he suggested that I call you about doing some work. So gives you a little bit of an in there. Jobs right here, drive or work. So we're going to drive. Let's see, independent delivery drivers. This is what we want across 8 states. So they're open to people who are new, because it says whether you're already doing business as an independent contractor or you want to explore an opportunity to invest in yourself. So they're taking new people. It says that right there. This is like a little testimonial. Why drive for us? You want to read all of this very carefully. Flexible schedules, unlimited earnings. Well, I mean, it is limited. There's only 24 hours in a day, and you can only safely drive some of those hours. So there are limits. Training, weekly payments, and our top priority is your safety. So they're not going to ask you to, get an 8-hour delivery there in 5 hours. They expect you to drive the speed limits and all that kind of stuff. Okay, here are different things that you could deliver. Here are the qualifications. And here's FAQs. So read through the FAQs, figure that out. Here's one. What if I've had an accident or ticket? Yes, depending on the violation. They look at the driving record and they take it on a case-by-case basis. So I recommend driving safely so that you don't have a ton of moving violations, but accidents happen and tickets happen. I mean, they do happen sometimes, even if you're usually careful. So it's nice to know that this company is going to do it case by case and not put everybody into like an automated group where you get excluded because of that. It also tells me they're a little bit more personal, and I like that. Okay, let's see, back to the last page, testimonials from drivers. Here is a driver application form, and they're going to ask you for a current motor vehicle report. They will probably explain to you how to get that if you don't know how to get it. So, and here are things that you can't have. So you could have a ticket, you can't have a DUI, driving while impaired or under the influence, driving in possession of alcohol or drugs, suspended license. These are all of the reasons that they're not going to hire you. So read over those as well. And you can contact a branch in your area. You can get started now. These are their immediate needs, things that they need like right now. but most courier companies are always hiring. So yeah, I would definitely call them if you are in Shreveport or any of the other places that they service. XPO Logistics. Innovation leader in truck brokerage. So this is trucking and less than truckload. And did that say that? It said mailing service. So I wasn't paying attention. I didn't even see that. So and let's do work with us. That's probably for customers. Drive for us. Let's see. Experienced drivers and new drivers. Okay, they want Class A people. So this is a trucking company. So it's not what I'm looking for. So we're going to get rid of that one. ASAP Express Delivery. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas area and beyond. Here's their phone number. Let's see, services. Here is their phone number again. It's telling you about some of the different things they do. This is a very basic website. That's not a problem, no. Phone number, email. So you have both a phone number and an email. So very simple website. I would simply contact them and find out if they're looking for drivers. FedEx, we're going to skip FedEx, skip DHL, skip UPS. R&L Carriers is a trucking company. XPO Logistics, we already looked at them. Avert Express, I believe, is a trucking company. Let's just make sure. Let's see. We have more than 9,000 drivers and associates. Associates mean independent contractors. So less than truckload in warehousing services. I am almost sure they're a trucking company. Yes, CDL jobs, shuttle driver jobs. Those are, let's look at shuttle drivers. They want tractor trailer experience. So line haul drivers. Yeah. So that is all the trucking company. We're going to get rid of them. I thought they were. Darrell Food Logistics. So I'm assuming they're doing food, but it says appliance delivery. Oh, Flood Logistics. Wow. It's early in the morning here. Not food. Flood Logistics, appliance delivery. I think that's going to be trucks or trailers from their couple pictures, but let's figure it out. So, retail, e-commerce, home delivery, and tech. This isn't really telling us much. I mean, look at this website. Connect, analyze, develop. It's like business speak, but not really telling me much. It's like a commercial. Home goods, locations. Let's see. This is a refrigerator. I wonder if it's about flood stuff or if it's about my name is Daryl Flood and I opened a company doing logistics. Let's look at careers. And looks, here are their locations. They have a bunch of different locations, but that's not going to help us if these are all like manager, dispatch, mover. Let's do driver. local driver, local driver, local driver. And let's go down to our one job in Shreveport right now. But they have a lot of different locations. So what was that job in Shreveport? Warehouse account representative. That's not what we want here. Let's look at local driver and see what it says. Okay. Safe and timely operation of a motor vehicle. Driver daily log. I think this is a W-2 job, and I think it's big appliances. Just trying to see. Yeah, it doesn't say for sure if it is, but I think you're using their truck. It's heavy work, appliances. You can look more through their website if you're interested, but that is what I'm getting from this. Just my feel and also from what I'm reading on the website. Okay, let's go on to the next one. UPS store. Performance team is a mailing service, but let's make sure. Just because it says mailing service doesn't mean that it is mailing service. So, performance team. Here's their headquarters phone number right at the top, and Courier's up here too. We'll check that out in a minute. Distribution, transportation, e-commerce. Let's see. 30 years of experience. So they have a full retail, wholesale, e-commerce. So it's like a warehouse where they're going to like pack your orders and ship them out. Dedicated fleet. That means they have their own drivers. Regional haul, line haul. That's big trucks. There's their phone number again. It looks like, oh, and there is their map showing that they're kind of spread out all over the country. So, social media, here's locations right here. Shreveport is all the way at the bottom. Let's see what else that I can find here. Let's go to services. We already kind of looked at that. All right, let's go to careers and see what career says. Join our team. Why do you want to join our team? And learn more about joining our team. So we want to learn about drivers. Drivers and over operators. I feel like this is all going to be big trucks. I mean, you could contact them and find out more, but I don't see anything here about courier type work. It looks to me to be all big trucks. All right, the UPS store, another FedEx. Dimar Transportation. No website, but here is a phone number so you can call them and find out. Looks like the picture is a house. We don't have any problems with people working out of houses. I mean, you could say that I work out of my house, actually. And this picture of a vehicle kind of leads me to believe that they're doing courier work, cars, trucks, things like that. So give them a car. Give them a car. Give them a call. All right. And the reviews are from a couple years ago, so nothing current. Another UPS store. Central Transport is a trucking company. National Mail It is a mailing service. Let's go. We're not finding a ton. We're going to go on to page 2. Strickland Courier Services. Okay, here is their main number. They have a very, very basic website. Again, a phone number. I don't see a website here at all. Or not a website, an email. Let's look at their contact. Yeah, that's just a one page. So you're going to have to call them and find out what they're all about. It looks like a small company from their website, a very basic website, probably did it themselves. But that doesn't mean they're not great to work for. I work for a small company and it's great to work for. Baton Rouge Cargo Service. White Glove Delivery. Crown Connect. This is probably if you're a customer. Transportation, Warehousing, White Glove Services. So this is like a van. This is like a bigger truck. They cover Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans, Shreveport, and Jackson. Here's a contact form, but let's see if we can find a... Let's look at welcome. We'll look at careers in a second. Welcome, pickup and delivery, white glove, appliance installation. So this is like big stuff, but it could be smaller stuff too. Distribution, storage, cross-docking. That's like from one dock to the next. Line haul. I am not seeing, I guess this is how you email them. You use this form down here. All right, and let's go to careers. Join our mailing list. A great way to find out more about a company is to get on their mailing list. Current opportunities. They use trucks and CDL drivers, so it doesn't look like they do cars or vans. When they say disciplined driver training program and full-time fleet monitoring, it tells me we're using their trucks and it's probably a W-2 job. So that's, oh, here's a van route driver. Let's look at Shreveport. They have route drivers. And some other places have van route drivers. So let's look at route driver. Class D up to Class A license, so you got to have that. They don't want you to call. They want you to fill out this form right here. Let's go and see what it says about van drivers. They didn't have any in Shreveport, so let's just check on this one. Yeah, scheduled shifts. Fuel vehicle, schedule maintenance, and clean and perform trip inspections. That tells me it's their van. Complete DOT and company-related paperwork. Yes, everything here is telling me this is a W-2 type job using their vehicles. All right, so we're going to get rid of that one. Unless that's something you're looking for, then you can do it. Fedex, UPS, Home Mailer Program is a mailing service. Old Dominion is trucking. FedEx, UPS access point location, that's UPS. Alvin's delivery and moving service is probably mostly a moving service. And they have here's their phone number. So because they say delivery and moving, they might do delivery, so you could call them as well. But when I see moving, I'm like, oh my God, furniture, appliances. No, I don't want to get in there. Sure Logistics. Let's check them out. Okay, Gulf Coast Transportation, Warehousing and Logistics Leader. There's a phone number for them. Services. Again, this looks like trucks, not full truckloads, less than truckloads, stuff like that. Full coverage all throughout Louisiana and more limited coverage in other places. And these probably are like we do. We go right between all these cities. It's probably what they're all about. Okay, I see pictures of trucks here. Tractor, trailers, straight trucks, box trucks, cargo vans, pickup trucks, and flatbeds. So they have a lot of different types of trucks. So they're doing big and long and small things. So they might have positions open for smaller vehicles. Let's see. And they want you to contact them. Contact us. Put your name, email, subject message in there. And here is their main phone number once again. So I would call and just ask. Here's Couriers. Yeah, that's where we went to contact us. I would call and ask them, hey, what do you have? Do you have things for couriers or people with trucks or even cars? Because, sometimes they're going to get work that doesn't need a big truck. So they might be a possibility. All right, let's see what else. Lots of FedExes and UPSs and stuff like that. Trucking, mailing, shipping and mailing. Trucking. Yeah, it looks like there is not a ton. I mean, what do we have? Like 6 maybe? It's still not bad, but it's not as many as we like to have when it comes to. Let's look at this. Air Trans Express, Airport Taxi Shuttle. So they're a taxi service. So if you were interested in doing taxi type work, that might be something to look at. Doesn't say anything about jobs. Let's look at their menu. Contact. Phone number, no email listed, but that's okay. If that's something that you're interested in doing, you might want to call them. And they might use their own taxis and they might have you do it. And I just also wanted to say that when you're dealing with smaller cities, if there aren't a ton of courier services to look at, don't overlook the gig economy. In this city's got almost 400,000 people in the metro area. They've got some DoorDash and some Instacart and some Grubhub going on. They've got other things like that. So if you can't find a traditional courier company, you can still get started in the gig economy, start talking to people, get to know people. You may find other things going on. Also, check out my video about, I think, secret courier companies, because not everybody is showing up on Google Maps. There are courier companies I know about in my area that don't ever show up in a search because they have contracts, they're not really advertising, they didn't take the time to get listed in Google, their headquarters is far away, lots of different reasons. So These will get you started, but talk to people, do word of mouth, try to figure out who's got the hospital contracts, or the big business contracts or the bank contracts or stuff like that, because they're looking for couriers as well. All right, let's just keep going through this, and I think I'm going to be done with that part of the search. Let's go to courier jobs. Remember, when I do a search, I always put the city and state, because some cities are in more than one state, Okay, go down to jobs and see what we can find. Courier, Sunrise Medical Labs. That's the first one. All right, so competitive benefits, medical, dental, vision, insurance, 401k. Therefore, it's telling me that you are going to be an employee. Yes, so you're going to be an employee here, so we're going to skip that one. Parts delivery driver, Chevyland. That sounds like a dealership. So you would be taking parts probably between to commercial customers and controlling inventory processors. So you'd be filling orders, insurance, 401k, paid vacation. This is a paycheck job. And okay, I just want to say there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to become a delivery driver and get a W-2 income and get those benefits and have that, that stable 9 to 5 or whatever the hours are, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. I think that's a great way to make money and to work if you like that type of thing. It's just that as a courier, I'm an independent, and so I tend to, that's what I'm kind of talking about more here. So when I say, oh, that's a delivery job, don't think I'm putting it down. I'm not. I'm just saying that's not what we're really looking for as independent couriers here. But if you like it, go for it. Okay, so is this the Chevyland? Oh, this is ABC Auto Parts. So delivery driver. Let's see. It sounds like the other one in a way. So, okay. Participates in all company and store meetings and functions, keeps store and work area clean. So you're working in a store when you're not doing deliveries. So that right there tells me that it's probably a paycheck or W-2 job. You have to be able to drive a stick shift. That tells me it's probably their vehicle that you're driving. And travel percentage probably tells me you're getting some kind of mileage reimbursement, but it doesn't mean that you're an independent contractor. Okay, van drivers, professional transportation. Remember, we looked at that already. Professional transportation. And isn't that interesting that when we looked over there, it didn't have anything about van drivers in Shreveport? And it says the responsibility of the employee. So, employee means that it's a W-2 job. I think we already determined that. Yeah, medical insurance, holiday pay, all that kind of stuff. So that is an employee job. Gibu.com, I believe, is part of DoorDash. Roadrunner Services, looking for car drivers. Now, Roadrunner, I believe, is a trucking company, but they're looking for car drivers. So no special license, 20 years or more. Let's see, drive regular vehicles to and from local car dealerships and auto auctions. So you would just be driving cars back and forth, like if dealers are trading cars or they buy them at an auction, or parking and moving vehicles on the lot. Sounds interesting to me. So weekly pay, daily enjoyment, plus a sign-on bonus, full-time and part-time. Come to the home auction every day, and it's only $8 an hour. So it's an employee job, and it's $8 an hour. For me, I wouldn't do that. Okay. LKQ. You know what? Going back to that other one, the only reason I would do that for a short period of time is if I was looking for a car at a good deal. Because you can scope stuff out at auctions, and if you're in with the people that you're working for, you might be able to, they might be able to help you, get something for yourself. But I wouldn't do it for long, and not for $8 an hour. Sorry. Okay. What was this one again? LKQ Corporation delivery driver. Check this out. In addition to all of the above requirements they're talking about, drivers over 10,001 pounds must maintain a DOT medical card. The way that's worded, I'm thinking that would be one really big person. Of course, they're meaning if you drive a truck that weighs over that, not if you weigh over that, but it just struck me as funny. All right, company vehicle, drives a company vehicle. That tells me it's probably, yep, paycheck job, health and dental insurance. All of this tells me it's a W-2 job. So we're not finding any independent contractor jobs right now. Courier, Sonic Healthcare. See, they don't really say very much about that. Here's their website. Sonic Healthcare. This is going to tell you all about them, not about what jobs they have. And I wouldn't necessarily, let's do careers, wouldn't necessarily contact or, apply without knowing more about this job. This is probably going to be like healthcare jobs, not courier or driver jobs. I always decline the cookies. However, there is a way to contact them. What? Oh, that's international. I'm like, this is in Australia. What the heck? Okay, here is their phone number. Here's a local phone number. Here is an email so that you can, in their local phone numbers in Austin, Texas. But they probably have lots and lots of places all over the place. And this is still loading, so I'm just going to stop. So I would call them and ask about, just tell them you found a job listing for a courier in Shreveport and you just aren't sure from the listing. I mean, they just don't have very much on here. Just you're not sure from the listing what that is. If it is a independent contractor, if it's like an employee type job, if they're contracting with a company, you don't know what that is. And ignore it where it says related to this job because it's looking at my location and doing jobs near me, not near Shreveport. Okay, delivery partner driver, delivery.com. I think that we've looked at them before. I believe that is a gig type, phone app job. Yeah, it is. We've looked at them before. I just wanted to look at their website to make sure. And again, nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's a great way to fill in or even to make a full-time living. I know people who are making $30 an hour plus with DoorDash because they've learned how to play the system right. Okay, Pathology Resource Network. Full-time applications for experienced couriers. They want people to be 25 and 1 year of commercial experience, clear driving record. How to apply? It doesn't say how to apply. I don't know, maybe you need to have a job writing ads for people because they don't seem to be very good at it, do they? Let's see if we can find, looks like this is their website right here. Okay, full-time, it still doesn't say very much. And this was posted back in April of 2021. Doesn't mean they're still not looking for people. It just means how to apply. Email your resume. Include the following info. Here's how you print an application. Here's how you upload an application. However, I wouldn't do any of that until I called and actually talked to them or sent them an email explaining what you want, because a lot of times couriers are not, they're kind of like outside the company structure. Like we have all these job positions and then we have like the drivers that are driving, but they're using their own car and they're independent contractors. And so they're not really, they're like associated with us, but they're not part of us, if that makes sense. All right. So that's that. Port-a-John, route driver, that's probably picking up like, portable toilets, I'm guessing. Yep, portable toilets, hand wash stations, and pumping out holding tanks. $12 an hour, dental insurance, paid time off, vision insurance. That means it's a paycheck job. GoPuff is an app. DoorDash is an app. Amazon. DSP driver. Amazon, this is an Amazon branded vehicle. And even driving an Amazon vehicle, it can be a good gig. I know people who are making good money, but they give you a ton of deliveries and packages every day. So this is an employee type job. There's also things like Amazon Flex in certain cities where you drive your own routes with your own car and you pick up routes. You don't drive a route, you pick up routes. There's like a board and you can accept a route and then you can do deliveries every day, one day. I think you have to commit to a 3-hour window. So I wouldn't do this because it's a paycheck job, but I might look into Amazon Flex if it's available in your area. Okay, let's see. Route transport driver. Class A CDL, that's big trucks. Device delivery driver and sales expert. So your own vehicle to appointments within 120-mile radius. Comfortable with dogs, cats, etc. So you're driving to people's houses. When a customer's device is lost or broken, we take them a replacement within 24 hours to get them up and running again. And they want you to upsell customers. So there's some sales needed here. In other words, do you need this extra thing? Do you need accessories? Blah, 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 blah. $21 an hour with an opportunity to earn more. An additional $75 per month based on sales performance. That's not a whole lot. I mean, Let's actually think about it. Okay, you could be a star salesman and sell hundreds of extra things, or you could sell maybe 10 extra things and still be capped at $75 per month. I don't like that. Mileage reimbursement, averaging out to about $500 a month. You get a phone stipend of $30, so $30 towards your phone. Benefits, so you are an employee. Here you go. You would be an employee for them. Okay, FedEx Ryder truck is a rental truck. Ryder is a rental truck thing. And yeah, benefits after 30 days of hire. Yeah, so you'd be an employee. Okay, delivery driver, Elliott Electric Company. Class D driver's license. I'm not sure what a Class D is. I've never seen that here in Ohio, but maybe somebody can tell me in the comments. Okay, good motor vehicle report. So you would do routes. You'd make sure that you have the right stuff on your truck. That's like obvious. Warehousing responsibilities like stocking, pooling, housekeeping. I am thinking this is and they don't talk about any benefits. So you might want to check them out, but I think it's going to be a paycheck type job. Otherwise, they wouldn't be telling you you're going to have warehousing responsibilities. Plus, it says daily detailed inspection of vehicle, so that's their vehicle. All right, Pizza Hut is like a pizza delivery job. I don't know if they're doing this as an independent contractor or a paycheck. I'm sorry. I was reading this and I got lost for a minute there. I would just call your local Pizza Hut and ask. Device delivery driver, that's the same thing that we saw above. Local Class B, route driver, Baton Rouge Cargo Service. You need a Class B up to a Class A, so they want all sorts of different things. You have to be DOT certified as far as your medical card. Background check, drug check. Safely operate the appropriate class of vehicle assigned. That tells me that it's their vehicles. Required DOT and company related paperwork. Fuel trucks, schedule maintenance. Again, it's their vehicles. Probably a paycheck job. I'm thinking that it's going to be, but it doesn't 100% say that. Just kind of still scanning through this. No phone calls. We already looked at Baton Rouge Cargo Service. That no phone calls tipped it off. I don't like a company that doesn't want phone calls. To me, that's too impersonal. That's just me, though. Delivery driver, Pepsi, that would be a paycheck job, probably delivering cases of soda to retailers. We already looked at Baton Rouge, Go Puff, we know what that is. That is a Class A job for a trucking company. DoorDash, Brinks. Hey, it could be like Brinks trucks are, like bank armored trucks and stuff like that, and it's an employee job right here. Delivery driver for Lowe's. Again, I would just go to my local Lowe's and I would ask them. this associate, that tells me it's a paycheck job. Most of the day is spent driving, inspecting, loading, and unloading, and assisting with installation. You know, you'd be doing appliances and things like that to deliver. You have to follow DOT and CDL regulations. Probably you're driving a box truck. It's probably their truck. Okay. Transfer driver U-Haul. I'm guessing this would be taking U-Haul trucks from one office, it says equipment to and from repair shops, ensuring customers continue. So you're taking U-Haul trucks to be serviced, possibly taking them to other U-Haul locations to, you know, if they need to switch trucks to other places. Let's see. Career stability tells me it's a paycheck job. Life insurance, paid holidays, all that stuff. So it is a paycheck job. Delivery driver errands. If it's the same errands as they have around here, they're a rental company. Delivering, installing, and demonstrating merchandise in our customer homes. Paid time off, including vacation days. It's a paycheck job. Local truck driver, non-CDL, Sutherland Lumber Company. So you're going to be delivering stuff. Single axle flatbed lumber trucks for local deliveries. So it's their trucks, and yard returns and exchanges, pay based on your level of experience. Yeah. So you'd be driving trucks, unloading trucks, operating forklifts, saws, and banding equipment. This is an employee job. Delivery driver for Domino's. Sportran, I believe, is an app. Oh, you have to have a chauffeur's driver's license. Paratransit driver. Okay, maybe I was wrong about it being an app. Difficult situations and the views and concerns of others. I feel like this is about transporting people. So transit vehicles would be probably buses, maybe. Collects and counts passenger fares. Bus stop. So it is a bus. It's a bus driver. Probably a paycheck job. I'm thinking they wouldn't hire a bus driver as an independent contractor. All right. Aragon Trucking is a trucking company. It says transport driver. Doesn't really say anything. Transport tank drivers. So tank or big trucks with tanks on the back. Okay, this is a trucking company. This is Advanced Auto Parts. They're looking for a store driver. And this is going to be a paycheck job. They want you to pick and stage parts for customer orders, do returns, drop off sales flyers. Yeah, so this is definitely a paycheck type job. Now, Advanced Auto Parts around here uses courier companies to do store transfers. So you might pick up at a hub and take parts to different stores. And I think AutoZone does too in O'Reilly, but they also use their own drivers. So they use courier companies if they don't have enough drivers. So you could go to your local auto parts stores and ask about that. Okay, O'Reilly Auto Parts. I got to get off here in a minute. I got to go somewhere. Okay, they want a commercial class A. So this is probably delivering truckloads of stuff to their stores. CDL class A, Uber, Cooper Transportation. Let's see what they are. It's a paycheck job. You can tell right here. And this is trailers, tractor trailers. Okay, CDLA, patient transport driver. They want you to be an EMT. You have to have a chauffeur's license. It says EMT, patient transport. That's why I said that. These are the certifications. And you'd be driving their kind of like private ambulances probably. Wheelchair vans and ambulances. There are benefits, so it's definitely a paycheck job. Let's see. Trans Am Trucking, that's trucking. Delivery helper, GMS. And benefits tell you it's a paycheck job. Okay, Class A, Capital Express Corp. Arranging regular cleaning and maintenance services for the vehicle, planning out the route. $10 to $23 an hour. Picking up clients. So you're picking up and moving people around. Just trying to see. Transport clients, arranging, cleaning. We already read all that. So I'm not sure what. Full-time contract. Contract tells me it's an independent contractor. And I would actually see if I could contact them. Search Google for this. Capital Express Corp. They have a Facebook page. I'm not seeing that they have a website. Oh, Capital Excess Corp, not Capital. See if they have something in Shreveport. I would check their Facebook page and find out more about them. Because I'm not seeing that they have a website, and I'm not seeing that they have enough information for me to know. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. So Shreveport had some courier companies. It didn't have a ton of them. I think it had, like 6 or 7 that we looked at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that will get you started, but also make sure that you pay attention to the gig apps like the DoorDashes and Instacarts, because there will be some business there. Get to know people in the business, other couriers. So you're going to find about companies that are not listed here, because not all of them are. And you can also find out from local hospitals and satellite doctors' offices maybe who the courier service is for them, because they may not be advertised here, and you might be able to find out that way. So that's it for now. I'm going to wrap it up. I've got some other things to do, and then I'm actually going to come back and record another video later today to be released at a later date. So peace out, and I will see you on the road.